just show you what's going on in here at the moment. I've got the lathes over here. A friend is going to come and pick this up because I'm just not using it enough. A lot of stuff has been moved. It's an empty box. I just noticed this sign here, little warning fragile and then thank you. That's one way to get your parcel kicked around a bit. Oh, that fell off. Put the glue on that. Hopefully I can just... this stuff is all over the place, just boxes and everything that was on the floor, trying to get it up. Luckily this corner here didn't have any damp problems, but the main problem was all over there and around there. So you can see I've drilled holes just to help air circulate for now. To be fair, we were kind of aware of the problem. There's some more holes drilled back there. Actually moved the wall forward. You can see there's moved forward just so I had a kind of clean surface to work against. And air could circulate around the back. The problem here though I think actually does come from that wall there. You know, the leaks from up there were sorted out quite a while ago, but I think they've got some subsidence outside that side there. I think water just congregates there when it's rain, and they must have found a way in. And I think the lady who's got her studio over there has had a few shrooms growing. I've poured a bit of bicarbonate of soda down there. Supposedly it's good for getting rid of smells, so hopefully get rid of the mushroom smell. And I've been treating the timbers with this stuff here. This is what police officers get reincarnated as. Kills, protects, preserves. Wood treatment, triple action. Says it treats wet rot, treats dry rot, penetrates deep into wood for long lasting protection, kills all wood boring insects, their larvae and eggs. Had to buy this. I'm not endorsing this product, it's the first time I'm using it. But it sprays well. I'm using one of these pressurized canisters to get the nozzle really far in so I can spray as much of the areas that I haven't exposed yet. So hopefully I don't have to ever expose them. Okay, I need to cut some more floorboards out, and I got one of these. In the end the excavation became a lot larger. I decided to get rid of as much of the rotten material as possible. Or more to the point, as the humidifier started to work and the timber started to dry out, there was a lot more rotten timber than I first suspected. I might have explained the situation here in a much older video, but the guys and I are renting off a developer via charity which provides artist studios. We're paying peppercorn rent with the full knowledge that at some point the developer will want us gone so they can build fancy flats. We really didn't think we were going to be here as long as we have. Essentially it's every 6 months we think we're going to leave. So before some has a go at me for not doing a proper job, there's no point if you expect to be gone in 6 months. And the building you're in is going to be torn down. Anyway, the damp problem has been an ongoing one, but was first noticed by our partners who would comment on a musty old book smell when we had been in the workshop for a while. It wasn't old books, it was damp fungus. Stuff's fucking everywhere. I think I need to just rip up all the skirting board as well. There's no point having it around this corner. So this is the new Evogrewtion. It's a little bit bigger. You can see a lot of mould on that wall there. It's really damp. I ended up having to cut a lot more of the joists out. There's a carpet of mould on the ground level which I later scraped out with an oar. I don't have a shovel, but I had some oars from a boat project me and the guys got up to some years ago. I'm using the infrared night mode on the camera to see how far it has spread. This entire building is a bit ridiculous. Really old houses in the UK were designed to be permanently ventilated, so when people began to try prevent heat from escaping, they actually restricted the airflow, and at high tide the moisture feeds the mushrooms.
I can't believe they just literally put that wire just going across there like that.
Has someone fitted an extra joist there anyway?
I think
or is
they
that
must
just
have,
when it was built?
I think they must have just doubled it up because it wouldn't go across.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's still a bit on the floor. We just scraped that out.
Yeah. Well, I realise that drip we're hearing, like that's literally, there's a drip of water being taken out of the air about every second.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? The floor here, it looks a bit fungal.
Ah! Oh, that's the cable.
I put some bicarbonate soda down on the ground along with spraying a chlorine-based antifungal spray. Ariscarp on Instagram suggested using sodium percarbonate or oxygenated bleach, but because I'd already put chlorine bleach down, the two couldn't mix in case I created chlorine gas, and the workshop suddenly turned into a reenactment of a First World War trench attack. I painted the door frame with wet rot hardener. Later I painted the wall up to the window with aluminium paint. That stuff's meant to help timber resist wet rot as well, so it'll be alright on the walls, and it looks pretty cool. Looks like the Terminator just exploded in the corner. Also, the smell of paint helped mask the residual mushroom smell. So I'm just going to carry on getting these cut, and then I'm going to actually paint them. There's going to be a little bit of a gap around everything just so I increase the airflow as much as possible. Make sure you read the cost sheets for any chemicals you're using when doing a job like this. Along with having to be careful I didn't cut into the cable earlier, I also had to make sure I didn't get any treatment on the wiring as well. We're just using OSB boards to cover up in the end, no point paying for anything else. There's enough glue in this stuff so it will keep the mold back and help resist against moisture.
Oh, these needs more.
I think that's what we got.
Oh, right.
I think go for the, as much like on the edges of everything so it soaks in a bit, because I think this stuff has a bit of a coating on the faces.
Oh, right. Try to lean that a bit.
Yeah. The main thing is we've exposed enough air gaps around the sides, which will help with airflow. Just hopefully I don't drop any small parts down. I'm going to install a permanent dehumidifier at some point. We've saved the charity some money by doing the work ourselves. They only need to cover the cost of material. I had a good suggestion to feed the exhaust from the extractor under the floorboards so dry air goes in, and then I could add some ducting to another end of the workshop to a bathroom fan, for example, and pump air out so I could really increase the airflow. Anyway, that's wet rot versus workshop. I think we won, but it was at great expense to precious time, so now my Christmas special is behind schedule.